Do you feel like your HOA is treating you unfairly? You might have a cause of action based on that alone. So, one thing to keep in mind is that not all unfair treatment is against the law per se, but HOAs can sometimes have a duty. So, for instance, in Arizona HOAs have this duty to treat all members reasonably and fairly. They can still create different types of lots or parcels and charge you accordingly with your assessments. But when you're in a class of owners with a bunch of other members, they have to treat you all equally and fairly. If they're enforcing a rule, they should be doing it equally to all members. And they should also be documenting and using policies that create a reasonable standard that anybody could look at and understand. Not all of this is codified in law, but this is the general practice that HOAs should be using. Now, there's one exception you should know about, and that's for federal and state fair housing law. So the Fair Housing Act says that HOAs as housing providers cannot discriminate against you for race, color, religion, sex, national origin, family status, or disability. This means that they cannot treat you differently on the basis of any of those. And also importantly, if you qualify, if you have a disability and you make an accommodation, your housing provider, including your HOA, has to engage in a meaningful interaction with you over that accommodation request. That's required by both federal and state law here in Arizona. The last thing that comes up a lot is selective enforcement. And it depends on your situation when that is actually a legal problem. But generally, what we don't want to see is that HOAs are treating you differently from everyone else when they're enforcing a rule, whether it's based on that protected class or for other reasons. Follow my channel and specifically my homeowners playlist for more information about HOA law and how it affects you as a homeowner. Thanks, I'm Anjali Patel.